Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing a stunning new to New Zealand product from WiiM, the WiiM Amp. This amazing product it's breaking all of the rules. It's setting a new benchmark in audio quality, amplification and musicality in a price half of its competition. This amplifier delivers via a Texas Instrument Class D amplifier, 60 watts a channel into an 8 ohm load. Unheard of in a compact product, unheard of in a product anywhere near this price. Complemented with an ESS DAC running 24-bit 192K with all of the streaming formats that this supports, including AirPlay 2, Chromecast, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, voice control, absolutely everything. This product is utterly perfect for its price. Its packaging is relatively modest because it's not a big product and it's not expensive either, but it's surprisingly heavy, which is always a good sign in our industry. It's got a full colour photograph of the WiiM Amp. It's got some basic information associated with Spotify, AirPlay, Chromecast on board of its box, along with the WiiM Amp, streaming elegance, amplification, brilliance. High-res audio, WiiM logo, and some implication of the streaming formats that it supports, obviously including Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, as well as iHeartRadio and other things associated with internet radio. The back of the box is pretty boring. It's got some basic compliance and fine print and other things like that. It's got an implication of the accessories that you will see, probably some scannable information associated with the product. On one edge in the corner we've got the scannable information associated with its serial number. Opening this is really straightforward. It's held together with a couple of sort of plastic circular sellotape tabs, and so opening that's really easy. Taking the top off is very straightforward. The box itself is brilliantly well made, again particularly for the product at its price. Okay. And then we see a split of the accessories and the unit. Centrally housed inside some plastic moulding, we have the WiiM amplifier. Just put that off to one side for now. Underneath it we have the quick setup guide and the associated quick setup for the supplied remote control. The quick setup guide is multilingual, so please don't let the number of pages in this booklet intimidate you. There's only a few pages associated with its setup. It's so easy. And when I mean that, WiiM has sat down and they've played with these products well in advance of any of them ever coming to you. So the control app is simple to operate, it's elegant in its operation. You can set this up in a couple of minutes. You can have a play with its equalization and other features at your leisure, but the basic setup and getting it operational and playing music is simple, straightforward and easy. And it's wonderful that they've backed it up with some basic literature as well. Now, as you can see, the moulding associated with protecting this product in transit, and no points for guessing that this box will include some of the cables. Getting that accessory out is very straightforward. Okay. By the way, their plastic bags are 100% compostable. You know what I mean. This is a good HDMI cable. Certainly from an audio perspective it's all that you will need, because this product now features an audio return channel. We've got a basic Toslink optical cable and then a basic RCA cable, left and right, clearly labelled with red and white. Then the second accessory pack, again very straightforward to open. Okay. We see its remote control. Now this remote again is inside a little plastic bag. Again, that is a biodegradable bag. The remote, as I pause to have a look, basic in its operation, it's all that you would need. It's got 4 presets, by the way. It's part of the setup if you do that with the app. It's got the input selector as you scroll through some of the inputs that the unit has, including the streaming. You've got a mute button and skip and volume up and down and play. It's the microphone button at the top that sort of does set this apart a little bit. You can quite easily use voice control to get the most out of the product itself. Opening the remote to install the batteries, there's two AAA batteries required. They're not supplied, but then I'm not surprised given the extremely cheap price point, and everybody's got a drawer full of batteries. Perhaps the reason they don't supply the batteries is because most will probably just use the app, and between the touch buttons on the front and the app giving you the control, some might not ever use the remote. Then we see a traditional New Zealand figure 8 power cord. Right, the product itself. Now it's protected with a plastic sleeve. Removing that's pretty straightforward. It's a two-step process as far as sort of opening the side tabs and then the one that operates around the middle of it. Now, we're going to pause for a moment and have a look at the bottom. And the reason I've asked that we have a look at the bottom is because it's got some basic rubber feet and some ventilation. Again, the product is 60 watts a channel. And, I mean, the Texas Instruments Class D amp that they have on board is relatively efficient. But of course, drive this hard and it will need the ventilation that it has. They've kept that really elegant and at the bottom, so it doesn't really sort of ruin the look of a product that's designed to be compact. At the front we see a basic tricolour LED associated with the amplifier's status, and very discreetly screen printed WiiM Amp. We've got a series of LEDs associated with the volume and input selection. And then a rotary encoder to operate the product, along with an enter button for play and enter associated with your selection. This is a lot more elegant and probably why I'm so happy with this particular product over some of the others. It's got a lovely build to it that is absent of the cheaper streaming only products. This has a heavy weight to it, and they've introduced a little bit more of an elegance in its design with this sort of silver grey rather than the plastic black that we see in the other models. It's not very deep and it's quite compact, and meaning of course this will sit easily in any compact environment and deliver some brilliant musicality. It's at the back we see just how well appointed the product is though. We start with the boring thing, of course it's got a figure 8 power input. Above it is the HDMI audio return channel for direct connection to a television. That's probably how most people will utilize a product like this. Stepping away from some of these ridiculously awful sound bars that are available, people are returning to utilizing their television as a source with a pair of traditional speakers, and this is where this product will probably shine. Of course introducing all of the streaming formats that it does, but it's that connection to a television in a living space that give this a good step above its competition. We have a traditional wired network connection, and then unique to this model above the Pro and the Pro Plus is that it has a USB input at the rear as well. This will allow you to stream off thumb drives for any of the music content that you might want to utilize. There's Bluetooth, the whole range actually has Bluetooth, along with a SPDIF digital input and a subwoofer output. What makes this product absolutely brilliant is the integration of its DSP software and equalization associated with its subwoofer management. Anything twice its price doesn't do it as well as this product will. And it's a subwoofer then running a pair of good bookshelf speakers that probably helps this sort of fill a much bigger room than you would expect for anything this size. Above that we've got a traditional analog line input because it has an excellent analog to digital converter on board as well. In fact, speaking about what's on board, it's running a quad-core processor and 512 megabytes of memory. Of course it means that it's snappy to operate. It's not going to be slow and sort of pudgy in its operation. It's brilliantly easy to control, and as you push a button away it goes, rather than having to sort of wait for it to catch up. So this is brilliant, and again, anything in its price point is left for dead by this product. Now, lastly, we have the 5-way binding posts. These are a good fit and finish, clearly labelled left and right and positive and negative, so it's very, very straightforward. They're ready for banana plugs, bare wire or spades of course as well. So there we have it, 60 watts a channel, support of all of the major streaming formats, voice control, 60 watts on board, quad-core processing, 24-bit 192K DAC. It's absolutely stunning, and why I'm so proud to be sharing this brand new WiiM Amp with you today, here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.